You want to know how a sales coach can help you with B2B sales? Maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I won't. But you got to stick around to find out. Hi, my name is Dave Lorenzo, and the name of this show is Do This and Sell More. I'm here every day, and I have been here every day for 200 episodes this year. That's right, this is my 200th episode this year. So I decided I was going to blow the lid off of sales coaching for business-to-business sales, sales coaching for B2B sales. I'm sitting around my house, and I'm on the computer rummaging through social media like some of us do. And I don't know, because I put in the words sales and coaching, I get all these ads for people who are going to help me get rich. They're going to teach me how to become rich by subscribing to their program or signing up for their courses or going to their event or reading their book. There are dozens, if not hundreds of people out there who claim to be sales coaches, and they may even dress like me. I'll tell you the truth. This whole thing with the black jacket and the black shirt, I wear the black jacket and the black shirt because I'm fat. I don't wear it because I think it looks cool. If I could get away with wearing like a tank top and shorts, I'd be wearing a tank top and shorts now. I just don't have the body to pull it off. So these people who are out there, they're pretending to be professional speakers. They go and show up in a conference or a convention, and they give you the 12 ways to do this and the 7 ways to do that and the 5 steps to this and the 3 solutions and the 18 rules and the commandments. Oh, and the funnel. You got to have a funnel. If you're a sales coach and you don't have a funnel, oh, that's really bad. It's all crap. It's all crap. So it is really hard to figure out who's real and who's not. My approach is this. I started a business that started from scratch and grew to a $50 million business in New York City. All right, tough to do. I did it. I also grew another business in New York City, took it from startup, just about startup, less than $1 million in annual revenue, and in 6 years, 250 plus million in revenue. Okay, I built businesses. I decided that I was a fat, divorced guy, didn't have a life, and I wanted to change. What did I do? I scrapped all that, and I started my own business. And I thought, I'll share the information that I used to grow this $50 million business and this $250 million business with people. At the time, this is 2008. At the time, I didn't know that there were going to be hundreds of unemployed realtors and car salesmen and bankers and mortgage brokers who are all of a sudden going to call themselves business coaches or life coaches. I had no idea. Let me tell you how you can use a business coach first, and then I'll tell you how to find somebody who's the real deal, and then I'll share some thoughts in general on this whole industry, which is full of fakes, frauds, and phonies. First, you're in B2B sales, business-to-business sales, and you want to work with somebody who can accelerate your sales. The first thing you need to do is you need to find somebody who's done what you want to do. Don't hire anybody who hasn't grown a business. If you've got a book of business that's $10 million now, you got to hire a guy who's got a book of business or who had a book of business that was $20 million. If you're an entrepreneur and your business as an entrepreneur is $100 million, you hire somebody who's at 300, 400, 500 million. Okay? The reason is because unless they've walked a mile in your shoes, they can't understand what you're going through. So that's the first step. Don't find someone who's read about this in a book. Don't find somebody, by the way, who's out there with 6 or 7 businesses and their one business part-time is making videos and selling you for $1,400 a year their video system. That's not a coach. That's a $1,400 video system by a guy who's really off investing in real estate. You don't want that. So you're in B2B sales and you want to grow. Find somebody who's done, rule number one, find somebody who's done what you want to do. Rule number two, they need to be able to assess your strengths. They need to figure out if you're an outstanding public speaker, they need to help you speak in public more often. If you're an outstanding writer, they need to help you get your writing placed in publications more frequently. If you're great on social media, you have the ability to make these quick Instagram videos and you can engage people on social media. They have to help you set up social media systems so that you can have a team that can employ that social media and get it out to the world. They have to be able to assess your strengths and help you leverage those strengths. That's rule number two. Rule number one, they have to have done what you want to do. Rule number two, they have to be able to assess your strengths and help you master your strengths and go with your strengths. Rule number three, they have to be able to remove the clutter from your life to get you to focus on your strengths. What does that mean? You're currently doing your own books, right? You're currently probably doing all the direct mail, writing the letters, then printing the letters, and then putting the stamps on the letters and taking the letters to the post office yourself. Your coach has to help you clear away everything that doesn't make you money. The coach has to have the ability to do that. The fourth thing, the coach has to have the ability to take your venting when you're pissed and you just can't stand it and your wife or your husband is on your back because there's not enough money coming in and you want to give up, and your coach has to be able to be the calming influence that says, this is what you're doing right. We need to focus on this and do more of this. You're on the right track. Keep going. What that means is your coach has to be a calming, nurturing big brother or big sister. They have to be a soothing influence to you when the rest of the world is chaos. The next thing your coach has to have is they have to have the ability to identify and help you create a business model. What happens when you become successful? You become so busy doing the client work that you don't have time to go out and get more clients. What happens then? These clients leave, you don't have any clients coming in, no money. Your coach has to have the ability to help you figure out what your business model is going to be. And by the way, everybody's business model is a little bit different. You can't take someone else's business model and plug it in for you. You can take maybe 2/3 of someone else's business model, tweak it, and make it work for you. But taking somebody's business model wholesale and making it work for you, it ain't going to work. So your coach has to have seen a number of business models, and he has to be able to focus your business model and make it work for you. Now, the benefits to you in working with somebody to do all this in B2B, number one, he's going to see opportunity. I'm going to say he because I'm a him. It's easier for me. He's going to see opportunity that you can't see. Why? Because you're not confident in your full capability. And at some point, you're going to become overconfident in your capability, and your coach is going to encourage you to stretch, but not to make a fool of yourself, not to blow a big opportunity. Your coach has to encourage you, yet keep you humble. Your coach has to help you promote yourself, yet not be arrogant. So your coach has to help you modify your behavior. Your coach is also going to help you find the hole in the market. You have something that makes you different from everybody else who does what you do. You have to figure out how to take that difference and present that difference to your ideal client. Your coach will help you do that. That's how your coach is going to really help you. In B2B sales, there may be 20 of you in your company, or there may be 200 of you in your company, or there may be 2 of you in your company. All of you have different strengths. You may have different ways of approaching the business. Your coach has seen these patterns before, and he can help you take your pattern, your business model, your strengths, and apply it to where the market needs your product or service now. And you might not be able to see it because you're too close. You're too close to it right now. The other thing your coach will do for you is your coach is going to help you call BS on all the stuff that's out there. Company training programs, 90% of them are garbage. They're absolute garbage. Why? Because they're outdated, or they're irrelevant to you and what you do, or they don't have the training tools to apply to who you are as a person, or quite frankly, they just don't fit your style. So when your company rolls out training, your coach can look at it and go, this is good, you can use this, but this part over here, don't spend any time on that, because that's not going to work for you, because I know you as a person and you're never going to be able to do this. The other thing your coach can do is your coach can serve as a filter, so that when the client says something that really drives you nuts, or when your boss says something, if you're not an entrepreneur and you have a boss, if your boss says something that drives you absolutely crazy, you bounce it off your coach, and your coach says, hey, take a step back. Think about that for a minute. That's not about you. That's about them. They're saying it because of their insecurity, not because of yours. The coach is a filter as well. In B2B sales, the sales cycle is so long, you need an extra set of eyes externally looking at the sales cycle and deciding exactly where you should enter, because you're on top of it all day long. The coach can see the different parts of the sales cycle, help you take shortcuts in some places, help you stretch the process out a little bit to position yourself better in other places. Finally, the coach is like a clearinghouse for all the garbage advice that's out there. You're hanging around the break room with your other sales buddies, and your sales buddies are telling you all these stories about how they're winning this, and they're doing that, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I've been doing it all wrong this whole time. I should be doing what they're doing. You call the coach on the phone, and the coach is like, what, are you kidding me? You're doing everything right. These guys are full of crap. Maybe it works for them. That's not going to work for you. You're a different person. You're focused on a different market, and you have a different style. This is a reality check. Think of the coach as your big brother, your nurturing big brother or big sister who's out there helping you get to the end goal by focusing on what you do best and clearing away all the crap. All right, let's talk about the qualifications of a coach. I told you first, you want somebody who does what you've already done. Now, that doesn't mean you want someone who's done what you want to do. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily industry focused. They don't have to have the exact experience. If you want to grow a $100 million business, you need someone who's grown a big business. Don't hire somebody who has not done that sort of thing. Now, whether they've grown a big business in real estate, or grown a big business in trucking, or grown a big business in professional services or consulting, doesn't matter. The fact that they've grown and run a business, that's what you're looking for. If you have a business that has employees, you want somebody who has had employees and who's managed employees. If you want a business that is focused on technology, you probably need somebody with technology experience so they know what you're talking about. But otherwise, industry experience is not necessarily a prerequisite. The prerequisite is having built the business the way that you want to build it. So if it's an entrepreneurial business, you want somebody that's been in there. If it's a corporate sales structure, you want someone that's worked in a corporate sales structure. You follow what I'm saying? You want that sort of experience. The next thing you want is you want somebody you can have a normal conversation with. I've met and worked with a number of people who have PhDs who are absolutely brilliant, but they have no people skills. You want someone you can have a real conversation with. You want someone who, when nobody's looking, scratches their ass, just like the rest of us. You want a regular person. And the reason you want a regular person is because you got to feel comfortable calling them up and telling them what's on your mind. The third thing you want is you want somebody who's going to be brutally honest with you. They're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And the reason you want that person is because nobody else is going to tell you the truth. Maybe your spouse will tell you the truth, but most people don't want to hurt your feelings. Your coach is going to hurt your feelings. You want someone who's not afraid to do that. So how do you select this person? Well, you look at their background, you look at their bio online, and then you look at their body of work. Anybody you hire, you should be able to go see in person. They should be available to you on the phone to interview. If they have written stuff or they've produced a bunch of videos, watch a bunch of their videos. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't fake this. You can watch 200 videos. You can listen to 89 other podcasts. I am what I am, and this is going to come through. There's no magic editing that's going to make me different than this. If you don't like this style on video, you're not going to like me as a coach. okay? But that's one of the selection criteria. Find a way to interact. If you're thinking of hiring me, watch all 200 videos from this year before you do it. Make sure you know what you're getting. Then call on the phone, ask to speak to the person, do a 15-minute interview. Anybody will give you 15 minutes of their time for free if you're going to hire them as a coach or you're shopping around to hire them as a coach. Finally, talk to people they've worked with. If they can't give you references, then you don't want to work with them, because all of us have references of current clients and former clients who will tell you all about us. People don't stay in coaching forever. I mean, I do have some clients who've been with me 10 years or more, but those are special relationships. Most relationships that I have last a year, sometimes 2 years. And then the people move on. And what they move on to just running their business on a day-to-day basis. I take people from good to great, and sometimes they go from $20 million a year to $50 million, and they don't want to grow beyond that. And then they decide they don't want to work with me, but they'll come to my events once or twice a year. That's the final point. All coaches usually will do some sort of an event, pay the money, go to the event, hang out with the people who have worked with this person before, immerse yourself in the culture before you hire them. That's the best way to do it. If your coach doesn't have an event, no big deal. Pay him or her to spend a day with him. Pay him or her to spend a couple of hours with him, talking to him, so that you understand what you're getting into. The bottom line on coaching in B2B sales is a coach will accelerate your success. A coach is not going to take you from being a crappy salesperson to being a good salesperson. A coach is going to take a good salesperson and make them great. A coach is going to take a good entrepreneur and help them accelerate to the level where they're most uncomfortable that they can stand. You don't grow to a level that you're comfortable at. You grow to a level of discomfort that you can tolerate for the rest of your life. That may be $50 million and you feel like your world is spinning. Maybe $100 million, maybe $250 million. As an entrepreneur, the coach is going to push you to the maximum point of discomfort that you can tolerate, and then you'll say, enough, I don't need any more coaching. $300 million, 1,500 employees, that's all I can handle. That's where your coaching relationship will end. But that's what the coach does. They take you from good to great. So if you've got no business right now, watch all of my videos, then get some business, then call a coach. If you've got some business but you think you can do better, you're the person who should call a coach. Now, why is B2B different than business to consumer? B2B sales has long sales cycles. B2B clients tend to be more loyal. B2B clients are higher ticket, and B2B clients are more stable. In business to consumer sales, if you're hiring a coach, there's nobody with a magic wand that can help you, all right? I can help you get in front of more people, and I can help you close more deals initially, but in B2B, there's lifetime value, and that's what we're after. Client lifetime value. If you've got a product or you've got a service and you're doing well and you want to take your business from good to great, call me. I'm the person who can help you. You see my number. It's there on my website. If you're listening now on the podcast and you want the number, I'll give it to you. 888-444-5150. That's in the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., dial the U.S. area code or the U.S. country code 011-786-436-1986. You can email me, askdave@dlorenzo.com, askdave@dlorenzo.com. I will help you if you're going from good to great and you're in B2B sales. I'm a perfect fit for you. If you're in business to consumer sales and you think you can increase lifetime value, I might be able to help you. I don't just take anybody. I've got a handful of clients I work with one-on-one. My private client group is only 12 clients full. And if I'm at the point where I'm at capacity, I'll put you on a waiting list. I have a group coaching program that has capacity as I'm recording this video. And I also have a distance learning program, but it's not one of these video things where you watch some videos and maybe you do some stuff. It's a distance learning program where you put a question in a discussion forum. I answer the question, and the people who work with me in the coaching group answer the question as well. We all combine our answers, and then you pick the one that's best for you, although mine is probably the right one, as you can expect. That's how it works. If you're in B2B and you want a coach, watch this video again, use this criteria. Look, you don't have to hire me, but don't hire some schmuck who's out there speaking 80, 90 times a year and they do some coaching to supplement their income when they can't get a speaking gig. Don't hire the schmuck who's really a real estate manager with a hedge fund that's running a real estate portfolio that's, $600 million, and they throw up some videos and they say this is a coaching program. That's not really coaching. If you have any questions about this at all, you know how to reach me. Ask Dave at dlorenzo.com or call one of my numbers and we'll talk. Maybe it'll be a fit, maybe it won't. My name's Dave Lorenzo. This is the Do This, Sell More show. I'm here every day. Be sure and stop back by tomorrow, because if you do this, you will sell more.